These are probably the most insane, biased NFC East takes on the entire internet. But what would you expect from the 302 Birds podcast, my next stop on my free agent podcast tour? I'm going all over the internet talking to as many NFL fans as I possibly can and bringing you guys the best moments. And I dropped my prediction as of today for the NFC East at the end of the video, so stick around.
I'm here for chaos, and that's what I want to see. Okay. NFL draft is done. Let's predict how many wins each team in the NFC East are going to win. Right now, your prediction for the New York Giants first.
5-13.
Come on, they drafted Malik Neighbors.
Who cares? 17. Who's that? So I'm sorry. 5-12. They lost a force in the backfield in Saquon Barkely. He's in Philly right now. So I don't think they're gonna have a good season at all. We'll see, what Donnie Dimes can do. He's been injured majority of the season last year. So we'll see. They don't really have many weapons. Let's go to the Commanders. Sorry, 9-8. I think they've definitely got better with the NFL draft. They drafted a quarterback. The Cowboys, they just re-signed Zeke Elliott to a 2-year deal for $4 million.
He looks washed.
Apparently, this could be rumors, but he may not be wearing number 21. He may be wearing 15. They did in New England, so we'll see. Doesn't really matter.
Wait. That's Trey Lance's number. You can't take that off Trey Lance like that.
I don't know. I mean, it's Saquon Barkley. I'm sorry, not Saquon Barkley. Zeke Elliott is a legend. He's a bully.
This is a good play by Zeke, though. He's trying to resell all those jerseys again.
The Cowboys didn't really do much moving in the offseason.
They were all in.
They always are kind of contending with the Eagles, so I'm thinking they'll be 10-7, make it a playoff round, out first round. And then the Eagles, honestly, dude, all season we got Saquon Barkley, Kevin White, we got Huff from the Jets. We picked up huge pieces in the defense in the draft. And we got Saquon Barkley. We extended AJ Brown's contract. We also extended Devontae Smith's contract. So, I mean, we always say this as an Eagles fan, we're going to have a better season than last. So let's hope we don't have that 6-game loss, streak that we did towards the end of the season. So I'm thinking this year that give me Eagles at 13-4.
Lions versus the Eagles in the NFC title game?
I can see that. Honestly.
The Lions set themselves up kind of nicely.
Let me play Jared Goff in the NFC Championship all day long.
So, Jordan, now that you gave him the nice, calm, semi-logical answer, here, can I be a loose cannon for a hot sec? To quote one of my favorite running backs, the Giants are ass. John McCoy. I'm going to go down the same order you did, Jordan. Giants kind of bolstered their offensive line this offseason, and so their offensive line's better. But they have Danny Picks, who's coming off of what was it? He tore his Achilles or something like that, and torn ACL, whatever he did. He's going to be ass. He's going to be Danny Picks as usual.
Pennies.
He'll be what? 2-15, 3-14.
Wow, you think that dude?
The Commanders. The Commanders are going to Commanders. Their stadium's falling apart. Their organization's falling apart. They're like a 12-year-old running a Madden franchise. Like, they don't really know what they're doing. And they didn't really improve. There's nothing that I saw was like, oh wow, they don't have a quarterback still. Like, they don't have anyone on defense. They gave away all their pieces to the Niners last year. They're gonna be absolutely dog shit this year. But that being said, I don't hate them as much as I do the Giants. 3-16. That I hate them a little less than the Giants.
Is that including their preseason record? Is it 3-16? Go with it. Just roll with it. Yeah, and the preseason games.
Yeah, and the preseason games. They're gonna lose them all too. And then, including preseason, then the Cal shits are going 0-20. Zeke is eating grass. And you know what rhymes with grass? He's
ass.
You said it, not me. 0-17 regular season. They're not doing anything. If they make it to the playoffs, great. They're going to lose first. Whatever the first round game they play is like they do every year because it's Dakota. Birds, 15-2.
What?
Jesus Christ.
You just after all of that passion, you just go and Birds
Actually
15-2.
fucking
Period. It's over.
Yeah, their offense is very dominant, and that's without a coach last year. They have a real coach this year here as an offensive coordinator. Could you imagine what that team last year could have done? And they're essentially keeping the whole team. They got rid of Kelsey, but Kelsey was aging. So if anything, you're getting someone who's about of equal value because his athleticism is so much higher up than Kelsey's, even though his football IQ isn't as high. I was illogical for the other three. I'll be logical for the Birds now. I could say that they dominated through 10 games last year.
You can't go ignore everything I said except for the last part.
Pretty much.
6-11 for the Giants for me. The Commies, I think, will actually be a little bit better this year. I really, really think that their QB is going to surprise a lot of people. Jaden Daniels, I think, kid out of LSU. I don't watch college football like I used to anymore, even though I'm an LSU fan. That tells you how little I watch. Cowboys, I think, will be 10-7. I think the Cowboys are going to be 10-7. I think that they'll take a step back. Pat Zeke's there, but they're not going to be bad by any means. With all that talent,
they're 0-20.
Their minimum ceiling is a 10-win team, in my opinion, minimum. And I'm giving them their minimum because I'm a Philly fan. And then last but not least, Eagles. Realistically, Tommy, I'm one game behind you. I got 14-3.
Well, I mean, pretty much the same ranking as you guys, but a little bit less bias.
We will get to my predictions next for the NFC East. But first, please, before you forget, make sure you subscribe to the channel with your notifications on. So that way you can be here every time I post. And then liking the video is the free way to support the content and let the algorithm know to send this video out to more NFL fans like me and you. And then comment your predictions for the NFC East next year. I want you to be honest. Don't be biased like these guys. I'm about to be honest right now.
I think the Giants are going to be in the bottom again. This is it for Daniel Jones. They basically set up to tank this year and go get a quarterback next year. They don't they brought in Malik Neighbors, and I know Giants fans are going to say Malik Neighbors is our number one weapon, but Malik Neighbors is not just going to step in there and produce at the same level yardage wise and scoring wise as Saquon Barkley. It's not even going to be close. I think that by the time we get to week 8, 9, 10, Tommy DeVito's back in there. I think that's what's going to end up happening, and he's probably going to do better than Daniel Jones. Unfortunately for Daniel, and Daniel's going to end up as a backup on the Eagles next year. I will go Commanders third, but I think that it's going to be interesting with the Dallas Cowboys because usually when you do this and you put all your players' backs against the wall with their contracts, the season goes terribly. Bad things happen. Players don't want to play through bang-ups. I don't know what Dak's thinking going into this season at all because his contract's expiring. CeeDee Lamb's contract's expiring, and they're going to have to extend him. Micah Parsons is getting up there in years now where his contract's coming up. They bring in Ezekiel Elliott. They don't really have any weapons outside CeeDee Lamb that have been super consistent. I think there's a chance that the wheels fall off the Cowboys completely this year. And a lot of players, the last 5 games are saying we're going to throw in the towel and preserve our careers versus selling out for the Dallas Cowboys this year. So I think the Commanders are going to win 8 or 9 games, and I think the Cowboys are going to win 8 or 9 games this year. And a lot of people aren't going to like that. So I think they're going to be close. I'll go with the Commanders in third. I'll give the Cowboys benefit of the doubt in second. But I think I'm with you, Dalton. I like Jaden Daniels. It's a great landing spot for him. Terry McLaurin's already there. Jahan Dotson's already there. People forget Zach Ertz is on this team. He's a safety blanket. He's going to be working the middle of the field. They drafted pretty well. They drafted a tight end that can relieve him a little bit so he's not stuck out there just getting destroyed every single play. The Commanders are going to surprise people this year. Their defense is really good. They got Johnny Newton in the second round. He fell to him. And, of course, in first, the Philadelphia Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. And I think that they're going to win. I think they're going to win 13 games also. I'm with you guys. You don't really need to use Jalen Hurts like you have before where you just freaking pound him up the middle or give him a bunch of QB draws when you have a high volume guy like Saquon Barkley. And I don't know what Tommy was saying. This is a massive upgrade from DeAndre Swift. Not that DeAndre Swift is terrible. When we talk about big plays, we talk about making people miss in open space. No one can tackle Saquon Barkley one-on-one in this league. No one. There ain't no Cowboy that can do it. There ain't no Giant that's going to do it. And there ain't no freaking Commander that's going to be tackling Saquon Barkley in open space one-on-one. And you just know that they're going to have so many opportunities to put him out there in open space because so many teams are going to have to load the box to stop the run up the middle. If you don't load the box, they're just going to carve you up. You load the box, and now he's working the edges, and he's getting screens, he's getting dump offs and double passes and all kinds of fun stuff. So I think that pickup like really took Philadelphia's offense to the next level, especially the scoring, the rushing, and then the defense. And as far as the work they've done in the secondary, it might not click right away early on in the season. Eagles fans might be a little bit worried seeing these youngsters fail a little bit, but they're going to learn their lessons, and they're smart players. Both Mitchell and DeJean are. I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good. So I agree with you guys mostly. Giants, Commanders, Cowboys, Eagles.
Bill Flames, I went Mike on the mic. With something brand new, one time for your mind. He gave you fair warning. Now it's time to smack him in the mouth with that raw sports talk from the town. Sweet chin music to your favorite sportscaster.